Hello, welcome back. 4 messages. As perhaps should have been expected, Ulm has attacked us. He's attacked us with a warrior chief and a handful of warriors. Cool. And he's just attacked one of my little border provinces, where my site searcher was site searching. And we had a few points of province defense. We almost held it. We killed 2 of his warriors. So that's... oops. That's over here. Bit unfortunate. Unexpected event in the Blightlands. The barbarian horde finally attacked. And we repelled them. We did lose 1 Oreopata and 3 Amazons. And we finished our fortress in Vepeta. Okay. So I guess now I have to forget about the throne for a second. Which is too bad. Just once in one of these games I'd like to take a throne early. I don't think I've ever fucking done it. Let's start over here. Still just gonna move a couple of scouts over to this border to make sure we can always see it. And since they're already over here, I'm not gonna start moving them all the way back to the west. My prophet and the troops in the Blightlands have now defended. They can start moving back to Sauromatia to pick up some new troops. In Sauromatia, still recruiting Oreopatas and Inaris. New scouts are going to start moving towards Ulm, of course. I've got 1 waiting here. I think that's all we've got over here so far. I've also got a scout waiting in this Helheim fort, which is probably useless because you can't actually see any Helheim units, but it still makes me feel safer having it there rather than not. So this is now the Western Front. He's got this little group of warriors here in Trollwoods, and he's got a big group of shield maidens in Jome. So from here he can attack any of these provinces. So I'm going to try and defend as many of them as I can. I'm going to ignore the swamps, because they're the least valuable, even though they do have my gem generating sites. So to Jome, I'm sending the troops that were waiting in Sylvania plus a handful of troops from... actually no, just a commander from Vepeta. Unfortunately the Sauromatian Amazons only have a map move of 12. And you need 16 to get from Vepeta to Cern. So I've switched recruitment to Lancers, since they've got map move 18. But that doesn't help us now. So to Cern I'm just sending a couple of Oreopatas, a couple of Amazons, and a couple of Bone Tribe. And we can now awaken tattoos. So we're going to cast Blessing, awaken tattoos, plus some Gifts of the Her. That should make our Oreopatas a bit tougher. They've got horse tattoos and snake tattoos. These guys have just snake tattoos. And the Bone Tribe, of course, do not have tattoos, but, you know, they can help out. Unfortunately, province defense in this province is only Hoburg militia, so they're fucking useless, but whatever. I think I've also recruited a couple of lancers here as well. So that will try and defend against the shield maidens, if they attack the farmland. To Kadra, I'm sending my god, which should be sufficient to deal with those warriors. And to Vepeta, I'm sending the few troops in Sauromatia on move patrol, and the troops already in Vepeta are also patrolling. So if he does attack the fort, then all of this will defend. Not the site searcher though. So we're defending Kadra, Vepeta, and Cern. And I guess we'll just see how it goes. I didn't really want to fight Ulm, but oh well. Now the wise thing to do at this point would be to send messages to everybody else and say either please attack Ulm or please nap me, but I'm lazy about that sort of stuff and I don't like making naps, so I won't do that. Can also see that Calum is building a fort in this province now. So again, I might say to Calum, let's have peace for... I don't know, I don't like making naps is the thing. It's like... goes against my my ethics. But I could say, you know, make a nap with me, otherwise I'll attack you and kill your fort that I know you're building, because you can't defend it. So if you're a good player, that's what you should do. But I'm not going to do that. Whoops. So that was turn 13 anyway. So see you on turn 14. Hello, welcome back. First things first. We spied a battle between Helheim, who has a bunch of these units, and this pretty insane Knight province, or heavy cavalry. So they get blessed. This is Helheim with a Fear Bless, which is pretty stupid. Jesus Christ, this guy's been promoted a few times as well. Pretty good units. The heavy cav right immediately. And that's that. Here's the mage. Yeah. So he did lose 2 of his Hellherdlings, which cost 65 gold each. But that was a pretty pretty impressive display. Also, we got attacked by Olm in the farmland. So I had just a handful of my Oreopatas here, and he had some Shield Maidens and a couple of mages who are all... I mean, they've just cast Summon Earth Power, but they're all Earth 2, Nature 2. He casts a lot of buffs. And then he does a lot of Earth Molds. And then he does a lot of Flying Shards. Because I guess he doesn't have any evocation yet. And we both throw out. But unfortunately he's still got the mages in the fight. So... you get a... kind of weird victory. Damn. One of our Bone Tribe just managed to... is that a different unit? This guy. Aha! This guy's water and earth. Alright, well. So we lost. We killed 18 Shield Maidens, but these guys are quite cheap, so it's not actually that impressive. We lost 5 of our Oreopatas. Yeah, I think we didn't lose by that much, but we did still lose the farmland, of course. On the other hand, so did he. Apparently he got attacked by barbarians, which is something that happens a lot in my domain. So neither of us actually has this province. And this is Helheim now on our borders. And that's it for messages. This turn, this is kind of interesting. Because the question is, what does he do now? Does he go back into the farmland and take it back? Or does he keep taking my provinces? Since it's difficult for me to defend Cern, because I can't move some of my troops straight there, I'm going to try and defend the swampland instead. So hopefully he attacks the swampland. I've got all these units. What am I trying to do? I'll put these on attack rear. So we'll try and defend the swamp. See how that goes. I think he'll probably attack the farm, but it's harder for me to defend, well, attack it, I guess. Other than that, these scouts are now just stationed here forever. A few more of our scouts are filtering through towards Alm's territory. I've left my pretender here. He's just going to site search. And by sitting here, he can help spread some dominion. It's tempting to attack this province, but then he could move to defend it. So I don't want to do that just yet. It's a bit of a risk sitting here in case Helheim now decides to attack me, because I think that would kill my pretender. But my reasoning is that if Helheim does attack me, I've probably lost anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? So I'm just going to sit here for a second and wait until a more sort of strategic opportunity presents itself for my pretender. Other than that, Prophet is moving to Sauromatia. He will pick up these troops plus the troops we're recruiting and the troops that he's carrying. That's quite a lot of troops actually. Meanwhile, I'm moving all of my death mage, well, most of my death mages to Vepeta because this seems to be where the front line is. These guys are moving to Sulfuria to defend, recruiting a few more lancers and another warrior sorceress. And I'm also moving one of my Woodhenge druids up towards the front lines as well. And that's about it. Still very defensive movements at the moment. You are researching. Let's have you keep blood sacrificing actually. I want to make sure I'm still spreading dominion as much as I can. It is bleeding out into his territory quite a lot, which is good. Okay, ending turn. Not looking good, but just need to catch some of those Ulm units once so that I can think about pushing in. Anyway, that was turn 14. See you soon. Hello and welcome back. We searched Kajar for magic sites, but none was found. Then we had a bunch of battles. First up, Ulm did attack us in the swamp. But how did it go? So our guys were on attack rear this time. See how that goes. You can see he was doing a bit of attack rearing stuff as well. With these two side squads of, what are they? Warriors. We don't quite get to the back lines, but we do start attacking the archers, which is good enough, I suppose. Now this, I don't know what this warrior sorceress thought she was doing, but she decides to run off and start meleeing. Not impressed by that, because she was just stood here with these two. I think, if I remember rightly, I put them on advance and cast spells instead of just cast spells, because that's new and I wanted to see what they do. But apparently they just run up and start meleeing, so I'm not doing that again. So we did lose one warrior sorceress, unfortunately, which kind of sours this fight a bit. Put it on turbo now. Look at this poor guy. He's crippled, and he has battle fright. Yo, the tattoos look pretty sick when they're lit up like that. Yeah, because they look pretty dull when they're just like that. And they look cool all lit up. Alright, whatever. Anyway. So that went well. Ish. That was Sulfuria. We killed 3 of his 75 gold commanders. That's 170 gold worth of archers. That's at least 250 gold worth of shield maidens. Another 80 gold worth of warriors. And we only have 7 Sauromatian Amazons, 4 lancers, and 1 warrior sorceress. This is the thing that makes me wonder if we still come out on top, I'm not sure. But more importantly, we kind of smashed one of his armies and defended a province, so... He also attacked Kadra, where the dog was. Wow, that guy was fucking eager, wasn't he? Such a good dog. There we go. There's Kadra. Another 16 shield maidens. And then, of course, unexpected event in Sylvania. Is it really an unexpected event? Is it really? A barbarian horde attacked and took Sylvania off us. That's over here. So that turn went better than... well, I don't know. We defended Kadra, we defended Sulfuria, and those were the two provinces he attacked, so... can't really ask for better than that, can we? Right, so this turn. Scouts, as you can see, are now slowly starting to filter through. Is there anywhere else we can recruit scouts, by the way? I don't... Midri is where we're recruiting them from. Woodhenge Druids are stealthy. There are these guys as well, the Otavi Chieftains. They're also stealthy, but they're a bit more expensive. No more scouts. So, yep. Doing some scouting. Helheim has left us alone for the time being. Over in Sauromatia, recruitment is pretty standard. One fewer Oeaparta than normal. I'm moving Commander and a Woodhenge Druid over to Vepita. No, I'm not. I'm moving... yes, I am. I'm moving the Prophet. That's right. Whew. Moving the Prophet with all of this stuff. Plus a Woodhenge Druid over to Vepita. Here's the real army coming. In Vepita, got a couple of units here, plus what is left of the army in Sulfuria. They're both heading to Sylvania. We'll start taking these provinces back. Give me a little bit more time to kind of sort my shit out. And it's nice to have these provinces back because they are worth a lot of gold. Our income is like really sore now. This is like an extra, what is this, 51.63? That's 114 income we're losing just from those two provinces. So I'm going to take that back turn after. Meanwhile, my prophet will arrive and can start walking in. Still recruiting lancers here and warrior sorceresses. My god is now going to attack Trollwoods and take that back because this looks pretty safe. He can only defend it from here, and here. I think because it's a forest, right? Yeah. So if he was any further than that, it would require too many movement points, wouldn't it? Yeah. So I'm pretty sure this is safe to take back with the god on his own. So attack Trollwoods, attack Sylvania, and then next turn we'll take Cern and maybe Fukan. I don't know. It's a bit risky going that far in because I don't know where the rest of his army is or where his cap is. But I might send the dog into Fukan next. My prophet will be in Vepita then as well, but again, movement through this area is difficult. I might just go straight from Vepita to Sulfuria. Might actually be better going from Vepita to Trollwoods with the prophet, and then come down and get these provinces instead, and leave the god and these few units to take the northern stuff. Something like that, anyway. My death mages are all here now as well, but I don't know. There's not much point in taking them into combat yet. They really need Horde of Skeletons, I think. They can do raise skeletons, but it's not really the same, is it? We are making 123 research per month now, so 2 more turns to get till enchantment 4. I can't remember how much it costs to get from 4 to 5, but probably another like 5 or 6 turns at least. But we are still recruiting. Can't recruit any more Woodhenge Druids, unfortunately, but... Anyway, gonna end there. Fortunately, well, it's not really important, but I was almost the last person to take my turn, 6 hours to remain. But Caleb still hasn't taken his. This game is turning quick. I know it's not really relevant because you're just watching the videos like a month later, but... I had like 3 turns yesterday, which is crazy. Anyway, that was turn 15. Is that the end of the video? 15 is divisible by 3, right? Pretty sure. Anyway, see you next time.